In the shadow of the whispering oaks, where the wild prairie winds weep, I left my heart on a creaky porch under the brim where my hat watched me leave. Dusty trail spun tales of two in the light of the flickering eve, where your scarf danced a waltz with the breeze, a gentle thief of my reprieve. Oh, how the sunset bled its hues, painting loss on its grand canvas sky. Each step away, a deeper shade of blue under that wide remorseful eye. The oak's arms reached but couldn't hold what my soul had to conceal. In the quiet town where the church bell tolled, my hat watched me leave. The cabin stands but empty now, like the hollows of my worn leather boots. Gravel roads lost their laughter, silent under my solitary pursuits. Our love, once a wild river, now a dry bed soft and sere. In the echo of footsteps on old wood, I still hear you, oh so clear. Oh, how the sunset bled its hues, painting loss on its grand canvas sky. Each step away, a deeper shade of blue under that wide remorseful eye. The oak's arms reached but couldn't hold what my soul had to conceive. In the quiet town where the church bell tolled, my hat watched me leave. Now beneath the endless arc of stars, my whispers mingle with the cold night air, asking why the winds chose to erase the scent of jasmine in your hair. With every fading trail I take under the moon's watchful gleam, I find the strength to bear the ache, but never quite the dream. So let the sunset bleed its hues, let it paint my pain across the sky. With each step away, a deeper shade of true beneath that wide old watchful eye. Though the oak's arms reach and can't hold what's forever meant to be, in every quiet town and every road I've roamed, my hat watched me leave. In the dust kicking up where the heart knows its needs, quiet as the settling of the eve, with nothing but the wind to grieve, my hat, it watched me leave.
In the shade of an old oak tree where the creek used to flow, I found your scarf, a piece of the past, beneath the evening's glow. The land stretches wide from painted cliffs to the tumbleweeds roam, yet here I stand where your laughter rang before I rode alone. Fading light stays, painting loss in shades of gold, whispering your name through the wind's soft and wistful fold. Every sunset dips like the heartache of your goodbye, and I'm just a shadow under the vast unanswering sky. Gone the glow from the porch light at the cabin by the hill. Gravel roads lay quiet now, the air is still and chill. Your memory like dust rises with each step. I dare a silhouette of solitude in the twilight air. Stays, pain, loss, and shades of gold, whispering your name through the winds, soft and wistful fold. Every sunset dips like the heartache of your bite, and I'm just a shadow under the vast, unanswering sky. Echoes try to hide, but every creaking floorboard sings a verse of you inside. With the burden of the silence where your voice once danced with mine, I'm learning that some lights they fade, but never do they die. Oh, how the fading light stays with every break of dawn, a reminder in the distance of the love that's come and gone. I ride along these trails, your ghost in the corner of my eye, forever in the fading light that never says goodbye.
In the shadow of the valley where the wild coyotes roam, stands an old house by the river, made of stone and weathered bone. Underneath the ancient oak tree I carved our names years ago, with her scarf tied round my neck in the winds that used to blow. Old house waits like my heart across the empty rusting gates. Porches creak with whispered tales of sunsets lost in love that failed. Every plank and broken rail sings a song of dust and trail. Old house waits, oh it waits, while my lone heart just contemplates. Heard our laughter, now they're quiet, overgrown. Windows stare like hollowed eyes, mirroring the moons I've known. That old saddle sits forgotten, leather cracked as my worn skin. She's the storm that left one morning, turned my summers into wind. Old house waits like my heart across the empty rusting gates. Porches creak with whispered tales of sunsets lost in love that failed. Every plank and broken rail sings a song of dust and trail. Old house waits, oh it waits, while my lone heart just contemplates. Tangled in her golden hair, drink the rain off weathered eaves, taste the tears we used to shed. Every drop of memory fading, painted in the sunset's red. Old house waits like my heart beneath the sky so vast, so wide. Echoes of our whispered goodbyes in the rooms where love once lied. Time may heal, so they say, but some voids are too deep to fill. Old house waits, it still waits, and I reckon it always will. In the shadow of Lonesome Hill, beneath the old oak's arms, I carved our names inside a heart, sworn safe from worldly harms. The wind whistled through the grasses, a tune so sweet and chill, where we danced on dusty moonlight around the bend by Lonesome Hill. Now the oak tree's old and bending, like the back of my worn-through soul, and your scarf still smells like wildflowers, but it feels so dreadful cold. The sun dips low on gravel roads where our dreams used to spill. My heart broke where the earth did shake, the night Lonesome Hill sank still. The porch we sat is weathered, the planks are cracked and gray. No more laughter soaks the sunrise since you went away. Rain taps on the empty cabin like time's soft, remorseful thrill. Echoes of your footsteps haunt the paths near Lonesome Hill. Now the oak tree's old and bending, like the back of my worn-through soul, and your scarf still smells like wildflowers, but it feels so dreadful cold. The sun dips low on gravel roads where our dreams used to spill. My heart broke where the earth did shake, the night Lonesome Hill sank still. Sometimes the silence tells the tales we dare not speak, of the rugged hearts torn from their sleeves. Among these hills my spirit seeks the ghost of you that I can't release. So here's my song for Lonesome Hill, where whispers float in the nighttime air. I'm the shadow without your light, a silhouette of despair. And as the stars wheel over me, the pain is sharp and real, for you're a part of every stone, every sunset that hills conceal. My heart broke where the earth did shake, the night Lonesome Hill sank still. Out where the oak trees whisper secrets of old, in a land where my heart's tales were never told, by the creek where we laughed under moon's soft glow. Your shadow dances on the water's murky flow. That old wooden porch, we'd sway slow in the breeze, now creaks neath my boot, alone with my pleas. Ghost shivered in the wind, love slipped through my fingers like sand in the desert, where your sweet scent lingers in the twilight. The sky's bleed shades of your eyes, echoing the sorrow that in my heart lies. Oh, ghost shivered through the sunsets, longing just grows on the gravel roads bend where the lonely wind blows. Years rolled like the thunder
across these wide plains. Since the rain washed away all but our loves remains. Your scarf in my pocket, a fragment so frail. On the trail we once walked, now just a faded trail. The cabin sits empty like the hollows of my soul. Each corner filled with memories I can't control. Ghost shivered in the wind, love slipped through my fingers like sand in the desert where your sweet scent lingers in the twilight. The skies bleed shades of your eyes, echoing the sorrow that in my heart lies. Oh, ghost shivered through the sunsets, longing just grows on the gravel roads bend where the lonely wind blows. So here's to the silence between each dust-kicked stride, to the stars that keep secrets of the tears that I've cried. As night drapes the prairie in a blanket so wide, your ghost finds me here in the shadows I hide. Ghost shivered in the wind, love slipped through my fingers like sand in the desert. Now only your scent lingers beneath the infinite skies, where old dreams come to die. I whisper your name with a lone heartfelt sigh. Oh, ghost shiver through the sunsets, here I'll abide on the gravel roads bend forever, you and I.
In the shadow of an oak where the old river bends, I found your scarf, the color of the sunset sand. The wind whispers through the grass, a soft and lonely hymn, speaking of the days when your love lived within. Where the gravel roads kiss the sky's wide embrace, I can still trace your laughter, your timeless grace. Oh, how the dust waits on the brim of my hat for another chance to turn back on this lonesome track. But the sun dips low like my heart beneath the weight of all we lost to time's unyielding gate. Here I stand, a shadowed figure in the fading light, holding on to the breeze as day slips into night. There's an empty cabin where the porch light used to glow. Now it's just the moon watching the creaky swing slow. The trails we rode are overgrown, the world has moved on, but in my dreams we're riding still from dusk till dawn. Saddles gather dust in the silence of the room, each one a chapter of love in the book of this gloom. Oh, how the dust waits on the brim of my hat for another chance to turn back on this lonesome track. But the stars now weep with the rain softly cried for the words left unsaid, the days that have died. Here I stand lost in echoes of what used to be, as the night claims the land but never sets me free. Under the vast endless skies I've come to understand, every trail has its end, every hourglass its sand. In the heart of the quiet, in the breath of the wind, your memory dances forever deep within. Oh, how the dust waits, and maybe it always will, on the edge of my dreams, on this silent haunted hill. So I'll ride on until my own time meets the dawn, knowing dust will wait, even when I'm gone. Here I stand, a shadowed figure in the fading light, holding on to the breeze as day slips into night. So let the dust lie where our memories fell, in the heart of the land, cowboys dwell.
On the edge of Dixon's pasture, where the oak trees kiss the sky, I built that fence of cedar neath the watch of her blue eyes. Wind whispered through the branches with a soft and lonesome sigh, as the sun dipped low, casting shadows where our promises did lie. But the fence held tight neath the weight of time, through storms of dust and the winter's rime. Like my heart holds on to the love that's gone in the silence of the night, the fence held tight. Years have turned like pages in this old forgotten town. Our laughter now just echoes where our steps once marked the ground. The cabin stands all empty where we once dreamed side by side. Only gravel roads and fading trails where my regrets reside. Yes, the fence held tight neath the weight of time, through the howling wind and rain's cold chime. Like my heart holds on to the days long gone, beneath the starlit sky, the fence held tight. There's an old scarf hung on the porch swing, frayed and worn like me. Every thread a story, every stain a memory. I wonder if she misses those wild lands we used to roam, or if I'm just a ghost now in the ruins of our home. So the fence held tight neath the weight of years, guarding all my hopes, cradling my fears, as I whisper her name to the endless night in the heart's quiet ache. The fence held tight, oh, the heart's quiet ache, with a fence held tight.
Out where the oak tree marks the bend, under the shadow of the sun sets in, Bryan closed her eyes in the summer's heat. Her laughter echoed bittersweet. Wooden porch creak with tales untold, scarlet scarves and hearts of gold. The wind whispered through the grains, singing softly of our old refrains. Bryan closed her eyes, the world stood still, lost in the silence the evening would fill. Lone star hanging in a twilight sky,
Memories linger where they never die. Now the cabin's empty, the door swings free. The path overgrown just goes to me, where wildflowers dare to claim the land, her absence carved by time's own hand. Gravel roads where we once rode, now just dusty tracks, our stories are over. The saddle hangs untouched by time. In the quiet I hear our last goodbye. Right, close her eyes, the world stood still, lost in a silence the evening would fill. Lone star hanging in a twilight sky. Memories linger where they never die. As the river bends, so did our fate. Under the oak tree I contemplate every whisper of the pine and spruce. They sang of riot and her truce. Right, close her eyes, no words to say. In the hues of the dusk I find my way. Through the tears, through the years so right. And every sunset right closed her eyes. Her spirit's free, yet here I lie, bound forever as right closed her eyes.
The sky was gray when they lowered you down. Not a soul spoke, not a choir sound, just me, the wind, and boots on clay, and a heart that broke in a quiet way. I didn't bring roses from no store, didn't dress up or stand by more, just wore the flannel you loved to mend, and held that scarf you knit back then. I laid a scarf on your grave, not a wreath, not a name engraved, just wool and thread from your own hand, tied with love I still can't stand. The cold crept in, but I just stayed, whispering, God, please let her fade. Soft and warm, not sharp and brave. So I laid a scarf on her grave. They offered prayers, but I declined, said she already knew. God just fine, I traced her name in dirt below, where snow will fall and time will go. But winter can't freeze what we had, though it chills this cowboy bad. You kept me warm through every ride, now it's my turn to guard your side. I laid a scarf on your grave with trembling hands and love that stayed. It smelled of smoke and you and spring and every small forgotten thing. They say men don't cry, men don't break, but Lord, even iron learns to shake when love digs deep and won't behave. So I left that scarf on your grave.
said, if I go first, don't bring lilies, just something real. So I did. I brought you us. I laid a scarf on your grave, no song to sing, no soul to save, just you and I like always been. One last touch before the end. And when they ask what lovers gave, I'll say I brought no rose, but a scarf for her grave.
Under the shadow of an ancient oak tree, where the creek hums songs to the setting sun, we carved our names, wild hearts running free in that sacred place. Our love had begun. Your laughter tangled with the autumn breeze, boots lined with dust from roads. We walked as one, every whisper in the leather, a story of peace in those quiet towns where our dreams spun. Oh, how those boots whispered tales at night, echoes of you in the cold moonlight. Each creak of leather a symphony of the past, dancing with shadows that time has cast. Our love, a lonesome trail gone cold, and boots whispers, our story told. Years drifted by like leaves in that creek. The old porch swing sways empty and warm. Through dust and rain, those boots would speak of laughter faded and hearts that were torn. The oak tree stands but the initials fade, a lone cabin by the road where love mourns. In the silence of the trails where we once laid, only footprints and memories are reborn. Oh, how those boots whisper tales at night, echoes of you in the fading light. Each creak of leather a symphony of the past, dancing with shadows that time has cast. Our love, a lonesome trail gone cold, and boots whispers, our story told. And as the sun dips behind the hills so far, I feel the pull of every distant star. In every grain of sand, in every wind's blow, lies the sweet sorrow of a letting go. Your scarf still holds a scent of spring rain, a remnant of joy, a token of pain. So let those boots whisper as I walk alone, their tales of a love that's overthrown. Ghosts in the leather walking me home, under starlit skies forever to roam. Our love, a lonesome trail gone cold, in boots whispers, our story forever told.
in the sleepy shade of the old oak tree, where the wildflowers whispered and waited for thee. We carved our names enshrined in bark underneath the sky till the world turned dark. That old porch swing where we danced with the wind, a waltz of whispers where my dreams had grinned. Shattered glass drifts on a gravel road, each piece of memory a story told. The sunset bleeds through the clouds so vast, and I'm holding shadows where the light won't last. Oh, how the silence it weeps and laughs in the echo of your voice and shattered glass. The days on dusty trails, now just faded tracks beneath my nails. That cabin stands solemn and alone, its empty halls play our love's last tone. Your scarf still lies on the cedar chest, a splash of color for a heart unrest. On a gravel road, each piece of memory a story told. The rain taps gently on windowsills past, mocking each promise that didn't last. Oh, how the silence it weeps and laughs in the echo of your touch and shattered glass. Carries whispers of what could have been through the rustling leaves or the rolling din. And I see your reflection in streams running clear in each fleeting shadow. I feel you near. Shattered glass drifts and I follow its trail, a mosaic of dreams, love's point veil. Every shard of tale under twilight's expanse, in the dance of the dust I give one last glance. Oh, how the silence it weeps and laughs, forever lost in this sea of shattered glass. This ballad captures the melancholy and poignant beauty of love lost, where every physical element around recounts a part of the narrative, adding layers to the emotional landscape of the song.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, I found an old locket, rusted tight in the throes. It whispered of love under vast starry skies, by the creek where the silver moon used to rise. Oh, how that rusty locket cries, tears like the rain on old porch wood. Memories dance on the edge of the night of a heart that loves more than it should. Once there was laughter in these empty halls, footsteps that echo through autumn's fall. The scarf left on the saddle, faded and worn, like the path from the gate, overgrown and forlorn. Oh, how that rusty locket cries, tears like the rain on old porch wood. Memories dance on the edge of the knife of a the skies, but time is a thief in a gentle disguise. As the wind takes the dust down a long gravel road, I've learned that some loves never lighten their load. So listen when the rusty locket cries, each tear a tale of the old wild rides. Holding on to the whisper of the ghost in the breeze, love's lingering shadow never set free. Oh, how that rusty locket cries, forever bound to the sunset skies.
Down by the creek, where the willow weeps and moans, I found an old scarf, your color lost and alone, tangled in the brush like my fingers through your hair, in that empty bed by the window where we laid our love bare. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had to the stars up above. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting in dreams where you still sweep. Once there was laughter in the dust of that old porch, now it's just footprints faded where we used to hold a torch. The oak tree stands witness to the vow softly spoken. Now I ride these trails alone, with a heart forever broken. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had to the stars up above. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting in dreams where you still sweep. In the saddle I found solace under the free and roving sun, but at the fall of dusk your shadow comes undone. Riding past our empty cabin on that gravel road to nowhere, I reckon love's a journey with a share of wear and tear. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had and the pain of letting go. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting away from dreams I can't keep. So I'll ride till the sun dips and the plains call me to rest, in the heart of the valley where we once loved best. And though this bed is empty and the trail's end is nigh, in the whispers of the prairie I find your soft side. In the shadow of a crooked oak where the wild river bends, I found your scarf of faded red, torn by the wind sharp ends. Beneath the sky's deep canvas, so cruel and endless blue, every whisper of the grass brings me back to you. Oh, these grave haunts that grip my soul, your echoes in the
plains, where the twilight bleeds into the stars and only silence remains. Underneath this lonesome moon I wander old and spent, with shadows of your laughter and the winds that never relent. We rode the dusty trails once through towns too small to name, our dreams as wide as open skies, wild hearts we never tame. And now the porches creak in solitude, where we once danced till dawn. A solitary rider passes by, the echo of us gone. Oh, these grave haunts that grip my soul, your echoes in the plains, where the twilight bleeds into the stars and only silence remains. And underneath this lonesome moon I wander old and spent, with shadows of your laughter in the winds that never relent. Old saddle lies abandoned, where the barn door sways and sighs. Raindrops trace the stories, the silent goodbyes. And every mile I've traveled, every dusk I've faced alone, brings me closer to the heartache, the deepest I've known. Oh, these grave haunts, they tether my soul to your memory ever tied. In every sunset's fire, in every tear I've cried. Yet in the quiet of the dying light, as night claims the expanse, I find solace in the solitude, in the tragic dance. So let the stars bear witness to the love I cannot reclaim, as the darkness folds around me, a whisper in your name. In the shadow of an oak, that old house stood firm in the breeze, where the porch creaked under boots, whispered tales in the leaves. A scarlet scarf she left behind on the rail, dancing free, like a flame against the prairie sky. That house had watched me leave. Oh, the winds of time blow cold across these empty, echoing fields, where my heart lies buried deep beneath the frost the sun conceals. And every star up in that lonely heaven grieves under that quiet moon. The old house watched me leave. Years drifted by like tumbleweeds across these rugged lands. The gravel roads once sung our names, now trace lines in my hands. Her laughter haunts the hollow rooms in the whispers of the eaves. Now shadows stretch their long cold fingers where that house watched me leave. Oh, the winds of time blow cold across these empty, echoing fields, where my heart lies buried deep beneath the frost the sun conceals. Each sunset bleeds into the hills, a tapestry that weaves through the heartache painted skies. The old house watched me leave. Beside the hearth, an empty chair, the dust has settled there. The clock ticks time away in vain, each moment we can't share. My reflection in the pain, a face marked by the thief who stole the days we could have had, as the house watched me leave. So here I roam, a wanderer, with this lonesome road my steed. Every trail fades into dusk, every memory a seed, planted deep within the soul where only time retrieves. In the silence of that old porch step, the house still watches me leave. Oh, under that eternal sky, the old house forever grieves, with a solemn silent nod as it watched me leave.
Hush of dawn by the old oak tree where the scarves of mist hide the mountains neath. I heard her laugh wild as a creek where the bluebell sang and the pines would speak. Her voice like a path through forgotten ways in the golden dust of our yesterdays. Oh, her voice walked away with the westward wind, left me a shadow in the dust, and underneath that white star sway, her whisper lingers, then fades away. Now the porch swings lonely, the cabin's bare, gravel roads lead to who knows where. The rains came through and the curtains tore, the laughter faded, won't grace no more. From the saddle to the saloon's dim light, every trail turns to her in the night. Oh, her voice walked away with the westward wind, left me a shadow in the dust, and underneath that white star sway, her whisper lingers, then fades away. On a lonesome trail by the river's bend, I reckon time might heal or pretend, but the oak still stands and the wind still roams where her memory dances and my heart still roams. Yes, her voice walked away with the westward wind, now just echoes in the songs I've penned. But deep in the canyons, past the fading light, her melody stirs the birds in flight. So I'll ride these plains neath the endless gray, where her voice walked away, where her voice walked away. In the heart of the high plains neath the twilight sky, found an old oak tree where our names still lie. The whispers of the wind through the tired leaves, haunted by the dust of my worn out sleeves. There's a faded porch where we used to sit, talking about life and the mysteries in it.
Now there's just a creaking swing swaying alone, echoing the melody of your long gone tone. Oh, these empty beds, they linger like the rain, washing over old scars, the remains of the pain. Each setting sun, each whispered prayer tells the tale of our love hanging threads in the air. Scarves you left hang by the door, tangled in the sorrow of the days of yore. The gravel road where we used to ride, not just a faded trail where my regrets reside. Every sunset bleeds like the heart I tore in the lonely cabin where you don't walk the floor. Wind chimes stir with a mournful sound in the empty spaces where you're not around. Oh, these empty beds, they linger like the rain, washing over old scars, the remains of the pain. Each setting sun, each whispered prayer tells the tale of our love hanging threads in the air. I see your silhouette. The cowboy's heart ain't mastered letting go just yet. In every star that fades into the dawn lies a dream of us that's never truly gone. These empty beds, they linger, they're the ghost of your smile, a soul's quiet plea across the miles. With each parting sun and each tear that falls, your shadow dances slowly on these old cabin walls. Oh, these empty beds tell no lies under the vast, unending skies. Love's a trail written, then it's gone, but like the dust it lingers on, it lingers on. Out where the cedar shadows lay, by the rusted gate on Fiddler's Bay, I remember her scarf red against the gray, and the promise we made at the break of day. Her laughter tangled in the wild oak breeze, while our dreams soared high like the birds and bees. Front porch creaks under moonlit teas, now nothing but silence and falling leaves. Oh, that rusted gate said nothing as my heart spoke all out loud and clear, where the wind whispers secrets of the love we were betting. Now just echoes of you disappearing with the deer. Years worn down like the old town road, gravel turned to dust where we once strode. That old log cabin, our love's abode, now empty, just the echo of the stories it holds. The rains came through, washed away the traces of tender touches and cherished places. Yet under the oak, where time embraces, I still see us dancing, lost in love's graces.
nothing, as my heart spoke all out loud and clear, where the wind whispers secrets of the love we were betting, not just echoes of you disappearing with the deer. So here I stand where the wild time grows, on the path less walked where the river knows. I've ridden under sunsets through highs and lows, but your shadow beside me, endless as it goes. Yes, that rusted gate says nothing, and I'm still speaking to the stars so near. In the silence, your memory softly clutching to the heart of a cowboy who can't let go of the fear, where the rusted gate stands solemn and the night draws near. I'm the echo of a love song, fading but always dear. In the shadow of an oak, where the wild daisies grow, I first kissed you under that time-worn glow. Your laugh echoed off the canyon's embrace, while sunset painted gold on your face. Fading light, watch me leave through trails where heartaches weave, under skies too wide to grieve. The dust swirls with my dreams deceived. Now the cabin's empty where we used to dance. Floorboards whisper secrets to the cold expanse. That old porch swing sways, but only with the breeze. Not like when we swayed, so effortless and free. Fading light, watch me leave through trails where heartaches weave, under skies too wide to grieve. The dust swirls with my dreams deceived. On a gravel road, the rains came down, turned all those whisper secrets into muddy ground. A scarlet scarf you left behind is the only touch I find. Fading light, watch me leave the oak, the porch, and the memory weave. Sun dips low like my heart, it cleaves to the fading light that watched me leave. In the quiet solitude where shadows play, I reckon hearts like mine were made to stray. But as the stars come out to grieve, it's your name they whisper as I retrieve.
out where the oak tree shadows lay, long on the gravel road. I found your scarf of faded blue neath the evening's amber glow. Whispers of the wind through the canyon, calling soft and slow. Memories like dust kicked up, where did those old dreams go? Ah, but the rain forgot to fall here, leaving the earth cracked, my heart's echo clear. Underneath the vast prairie sky, I'm just a silhouette, holding on to a sun that set in a place the rain forgot. We danced on creaking wooden porches to a tune only we could hear. Now the cabin's empty, love's footprints disappear. The trail we walked is overgrown, each step a ghost of years. And the wildflowers you love, they don't bloom without your tears. Yes, the rain forgot to fall here, creeks run dry, no reflection to peer. Just a lone star fading from the night. I regret every word I never said in the lands the rain forgot. Time's a ruthless rider, gallops while we try to hold on tight. Every whisper of the firefly in the night. The love, it seems, burns like an old ghost light, flickering forever in my sight. Still the rain forgot to fall here, each drop that skips a swallowed tear. I wandered through forgotten gates, a pilgrim of regret, lost in echoes of your silhouette in the place the rain forgot. So I'll saddle up at dawn beneath a sky too wide to mend, ride the shadow trails where our summers found their end. And if by chance the rain remembers, let it cleanse. But tonight I'm just a whisper where the rain forgets to bend.